So tomorrow I start my sophomore year of college, and I want to put out a little video before I get swept up with school because I know I'm going to be busier and I'm not going to have as much time to work on the script. So I want to get like a little video out, and I actually like wrote and filmed like half of a script, and then I was like, I just didn't like it. So instead, I'm going to take you guys along as I get some like last minute stuff I need for school. And I'm also going to show you guys my apartment because this is my first apartment, which is pretty exciting. So first I'll show you guys my room. So if you've been following me for a little while, you can probably tell I've had a lot of these posters already. I had them in my freshman dorm, but I got a ton of postcards and stuff from both museums when I went to the Netherlands, and also I went to Meow Wolf a little bit ago, and I got like a thing of postcards from there too. And then I also have this beautiful portrait of me that my friend made based off of my old Instagram profile picture, which I love. I think it's so beautiful. I also like love my bedspread. I think it's so cute. Very, very cozy. It's not the warmest in the world because it's like supposed to be a quilt, but it's a pretty thin quilt, but I still really like it. And I have a pretty nice view out my window. The only issue is that I'm like right next to like the baseball stadium for my college, which is cool for like baseball games, but it gets pretty loud at night. So I need to just get used to that. Okay, the first place I'm gonna go is I think Barnes & Noble because I really need a new planner. I like having a physical planner. I never get used to keeping stuff on like my digital calendar. So I'm gonna get that. And Barnes & Noble tends to have a pretty good like notebook planner section, and I think I still have a gift card from there from like 6 months ago. So I'm gonna go there first, and then I might also go looking for some like posters and things because my room is pretty well decorated, but the rest of my apartment isn't. We have like a little living room and a kitchen that have like nothing in it right now. So I'm gonna look for that as well. Okay, I need to turn my car on because it's so hot. Okay, I'm back. I know this is kind of a weird angle, but my hand was shaking a lot when I was trying to take the video before. So I just went into Barnes & Noble, and I got two things. I got a planner. It looks like this. I have very specific parameters when it comes to like the planners that I buy. I want them to be weekly, like as in it shows like a weekly overview of the week instead of just like the month. But I also don't want a daily one where it has a page for every single day because that's too much. I don't like it when it has the little rings on the side because I feel like the rings end up getting caught in things. And I usually don't go for hardcovers like this because they're kind of heavy, but I thought this one was really pretty, and it has like facts about national parks in it, which is really cool. So I decided it was worth it. It's $24, which is a little much, but I mean, whatever. And then I also limited myself to one book, and I got Martyr because everyone I know has been just raving about it, like saying it's amazing. I tend to get suspicious when a book is too popular, which I know is bad, but like when I hear everyone loves a book, I am usually like, oh. There was this book, what was it called, like Extraordinarily Bright Creatures or something, one about the octopus. Read that, thought it was just okay. Like I didn't think it was bad, I just like did not feel one way or the other about it, and y'all know my feelings on A Little Life. So, but I hope it's good. I'm finishing another book right now. And then I'm also trying to read Les Mis this semester, but obviously I'm not going to have that much time, so I'm just going to do my best, but I probably won't be reading very much in the coming months. Hello, I'm back from the pool. I didn't actually go in, I just put my feet in while I was reading my book, and it was really, really hot, which is why my cheeks are flushed and my fan's on, and if the noise from the fan bothers you, sorry. I'm gonna go through my planner and add some important stuff. I'm gonna write down where all my classes are located. I just checked Blackboard, which is like my university's like Canvas type thing that like has all our classes and information and everything on it. Which, side note, I was watching Normal People over the summer again, and in one of the scenes Connell's in like a class, and one of the professors mentions like, oh, if you want to do this assignment, check Blackboard or whatever. And I remember being so charmed that like Trinity College in Dublin uses the same system as us. But anyways, I was checking Blackboard, and I saw that one of my classes, which is this like pop music lecture seminar, is not in the room that I thought it was, which I'm really glad I checked because I just would have been wrong and I would have showed up at the wrong place. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna write down where all my classes are for every day. tomorrow I have 3 classes, 2 of which are in the music building and I'm familiar with, and also I'm taking Italian this year because I need a language credit and I think I'm going to study abroad in Rome. And then Tuesday I only have 2 classes, which is nice. That's my chillest day. And I figured while I did that, I might as well just like chat. So I was very conflicted when I was moving here because I had kind of a weird freshman year and I had a hard time explaining to people like why it was weird. Whenever I explained it, people just assumed I hate it and that I should drop out or something, and that's really not it. Like, I liked it and I had a great time and I made a lot of friends, but at the same time I was very disappointed, which is just hard to explain to people. I think what it comes down to is that I was not happy in high school, and so I was sure that college was going to be like my place, and I think it is, but it's just that it hasn't like obviously been like, oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. It's been like fun, I guess, which has been hard. And I try not to over romanticize things, but I also think if you don't romanticize things at all, you'll be sad. So I'd put kind of some stock in the idea that I was going to go to college and immediately make all these friends and be super academically challenged, and I kind of wasn't. I maintained a 4.0 both semesters. Technically I got a 3.9 my first semester, but that was because of algebra, which I don't think should count. And I made friends, but not this like tight-knit group of people I feel soul bonded to, just, you know, people I like, which is great. Like, and I'm not ungrateful for that at all. It just wasn't what I expected. So when it came time to come back, I was like, oh gosh, like, am I making the wrong choice? And like, the thing is now it's like, once I finish my sophomore year, I can't leave. Like, if I was gonna transfer, I would have had to do it last year, and I didn't, and I don't think I regret that, but this is the year where I find out if I'm in the right place or not. So I guess only time will tell. And I've had a really boring weekend, which hasn't like made me feel great about everything. I reached out to a ton of my friends and basically everyone's busy, which is fine. Like, they've just been busy at different times, and I guess I could ask again if they're free, but it sucks just getting rejected. So I've been kind of alone all weekend, which is whatever, fine. But it just makes it hard for me to be really enthused about the year starting, because last year I got to school like a week early and immediately like met a ton of people, because it's really easy when you're a freshman because everyone wants to make friends right away. And so that was a big struggle for me, to be like, I have no good way of meeting people. I guess I could meet people in my like apartment block because it's basically all students, or I think it is all students, but there's just not quite as much going on, at least not yet. And my roommate's cool and stuff, but you know, I just want more, but it's fine. Once school starts, I think I'll feel better about it. I just really like learning. I like school, which is funny because I hated high school so much, but I do love learning. And so even if this isn't the best place for me, like socially, as long as I feel academically challenged, I think I'll be fine, which is why I added an English major, or I'm gonna add an English major, because I was just a music major before and it just like wasn't that hard for me, which is funny because I think it's supposed to be hard, but it just wasn't. So I added English too, which I think is also good because I can see myself getting a job in English easier than I can get, don't know what that was, easier than I can get a job in music. Like, it shouldn't be this easy for me to have a 4.0 in college, you know? But I want to keep it. I want to work that hard. It was hard. Like, it's easy to pass, but to get all A's in every class is hard, especially at the end of the semester when you're just so done and you know you could just stop doing work and you'd still get a B. It's hard to keep going, but it's a good challenge for me, so I'm sticking to it. The other main thing that I'm worried about this year is like staying healthy. I gained, shocker, I know, I gained 15 pounds my freshman year. If only there was a name for that. And I was very disappointed by that. And I tried to lose weight this summer and I was making really good progress, and then I went to Europe for 2.5 weeks and lost all that progress, which is fine, you know, like, I wouldn't trade it. But I want to try to, at the very least, maintain where I'm at right now. I don't want to gain more weight, and I would love to lose some. I don't think it's some like terrible thing to gain weight, I really don't. I just was very happy and very healthy at one weight, and now I'm not that anymore, and so I'm trying to kind of get back there. And also, like, I haven't gained so much that I've gone up a clothing size, but a lot of clothes that I love, that I've had for years, that I want to keep, don't fit in quite the right way anymore. Like, they still fit, but just not as much, and I want to keep them because I don't like buying new things. Okay, I finished my schedule. This is what it looks like. I didn't write it out for every single day because it's mostly the same. I just add one class and don't do one of them on Friday. Taking a lot of hours, but it honestly doesn't feel that overwhelming. My latest day ends at 12:40, which is really nice, which means I'll have like all my afternoons free all the time. And I might not even need to bring a lunch every day. For example, I get done with class on Mondays at 11:35, so like I could go home for lunch, which is great. Okay, final thing I have to do is just pack my bag. I think I'm gonna bring this tote bag, which has various cheeses on it. I got it years ago in New York, and I've had it for forever. I use it all the time, and it's great. And right now it's full of textbooks, so first I gotta go through those. Ooh, okay. I have Advil in here, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna put my keys in this, there's like a little inside pocket that's like smaller. I'm gonna put my keys in there. Okay, this I will use, I'm gonna use this one, I think, for all the work I need. I think the class that I'll need the most like sheets of paper for is music theory because we have a lot of worksheets in that class. So I'm just gonna bring one to start, and then I'll bring this one if I think I'm gonna need another one to like sort things. Okay, next I'm gonna pack my planner, obviously. Longtime viewers of the channel will remember this notebook as the one that has all my New Year's resolutions in it, which I'm doing okay with. Not amazing, but I wasn't expecting to get all of them done anyways. But this is kind of my catch-all notebook. This is where I have like reading lists and just random notes and stuff in. I just love it. It's good for any needs, basically, grocery lists, etc. Put that in there. Next, I'm gonna put this book in here. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble the other day because it had an intriguing cover. And I'm really liking it so far. It's like a time loop murder mystery story. Very entertaining, very interesting. And I have like 100 pages left, so I'm probably gonna finish it in the next couple days. I'm not gonna put it in here yet because I'm gonna read it more, but I'll make sure to bring it for the bus. Pencil case, this notebook for just catch-all notes. I've already used it a little bit, but I think it's fine. And then my piano textbook. I had this already from last semester because you just use one for the entire time, and I'll keep using it. I don't know what other textbooks I'm gonna need, but I tend to not buy them unless I have to because they're expensive. Water bottle. I had Nuwala before it was cool, so chapstick because it's important. I'm also gonna pack my protein bar of choice. Normally I'm gonna try to meal prep and stuff, especially since the music building has a microwave so I can like heat things up. But since tomorrow I get done at 11:35, I'm just gonna have this to hold me over. All right, and then the only other thing that I pack in there is my laptop, but that's being used to hold up my phone because I'm a professional. This is basically it. It is honestly not as heavy as I thought for the fact that there's like a billion things in here, and it'll be lighter because I'm gonna make my friend put my piano textbook in her locker because I'm not carrying that around. I have really exciting ideas for more videos that I need more time to write about. I have a really interesting one. It's also about a musical, which I feel funny posting like 2 of those kind of back to back, but it's on the brain right now, and I think it's an interesting topic with a lot of like intersecting factors. So get excited for that. You're just gonna have to wait for it. Otherwise, thanks for coming along. I know this is a little different, but so is like everything I do. I feel like I can never stick to one format. And yeah, wish me luck. Year 2, baby. Okay.